burn it down. Burn it down. We gon' burn it down. Burn it down. I killed it. It's murder.
There we go. That should be fixed and ready. Let's go. Statics, my dude. What is up? How are you doing that side? Dude, what a time to be alive. It is about to go down. Watch party for Cold War. Sorry, just getting a social R. There we go. Smack bam bada boom. Watch party. Up in here. Let's have a look here. And that's sorted. There we go. Oh, dude, I'm doing alright, hey. Yeah, bit of a shitty news day, but to be honest, other than that, I'm okay. We survive. It's what gets us through life at the end of the day, right? But yeah, we're good. It's about to hopefully get a whole lot better now with this reveal. Really, really excited to be able to see that. And there we go. I've got that muted on my side, so we shouldn't have too many problems. Other than that, dude, really, really excited to check out what is going to happen here. I mean, we've got a hell of a season, I think, ahead of us when it comes down to Call of Duty. And wow, dude, I just can't wait. I can't wait. 4v4 was a great step. I even managed to jam some games, I believe, when was it? 2 days ago? I think I played a little bit of World War II. So 4v4. So that was really cool. From my side of things, I'm just hyped to be able to see this go down, to be honest. We've got 2 minutes, it says in the stream, so we'll tune in. I'm not gonna commentate too heavily over it, but it's something that I definitely want to discuss some talking points after the fact, because I think that's going to be big, just having a little bit of a retrospective at what they announce. Cool. I got a feeling that COD will be moving to PC soon. What do you think? I don't think so, as long as the PlayStation player is still in there. And to be honest, they're going to be reinvesting in their game, because I think when it comes down to PlayStation, they need to invest in their platform and to give it a reason for people to be able to be on there. So from my side of things, I think, to be honest, I don't see it going to PC completely for competitive anytime soon. If that does happen, to be honest, I don't see it happening at all. Like, I really don't see it happening, just because I think it's going to, in terms of the competitive franchise, that will always live on console no matter what. So I don't think it's going to PC. I reiterate there yet again, but I mean, we're going to have to wait and see. We've got around about 50 seconds before the preview footage actually pops up live, and then we don't have to spread the chat anymore. But to those of you just joining in on the chat, welcome. It is time for some Cold War, boys. So amped, so excited. I think we're about to see a lot. I mean, at the moment, what has been confirmed is competitive. How's it, bud? Mr. Quick Sticks? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. My old friend, my old Call of Duty partner, way back when, actually had a very similar gamer tag to Quick Sticks. His was a little bit more difficult to pronounce, but still, I just heard a couple of pros talk about how they're all investing in them and thinking it's the future. It's fine. I mean, from their side of things, I can understand it, especially from a content creation point of view, but I really just couldn't see people playing on PC for competitive COD. Because as soon as we make that transition, the game changes so dramatically. Personally, I think. But hey, we'll have to wait and see. I think the lion's share of the market might be spread across the the cross-platform side, and if anything, I want to be able to see that come into effect at LAN. But here we go. This live stream is sponsored by Activision. Depiction of vehicles, weapons, or gear does not indicate participation, sponsorship, or endorsements. Cool. So I just want to... No audio from them. Oh, there we go. What is happening here? Oh. Okie dokie. Looks like we've got a plane that is basically hovering over the map. So, what a lot of people think is going to happen is this is going to be a twofold reveal. Some people think it's going to be Warzone as well as Cold War, because everything's been alluding to a nuke going off. So, whether that nuke... And where's this flying over? Baby. On VAR CMT.
Altitude 70,000 feet. Nearing target location. 14 minutes to visual contact.
Okay, boys. 13 minutes, 50 seconds before this kicks off. So, some people think a nuke is going to be dropped off here. This does look like the rear end of a stealth bomber as well. So this has to be a missile drop of some sort, right? Is this going to drop on Verdansk? Is that going to be the kickoff of this? It's been so in-depth from them. Like, they really haven't held back at all. They've really put it out there. I love it, man. I love that they're just doing it differently. Like, there's a lot of effort involved in this. Targeting. So check on the right hand side, it says targeting mode. You should be able to see that. That's guys, I think we're going to see a bomb drop here today, and that bomb is Cold War. Now, for some of you that might not know, when it comes down to the Cold War, the exact naming of the Cold War was because there was no actual pulling of a trigger during that entire fight. It was much more almost a mental battle, almost what they allude to in Know Your History, that trailer. And they might be trying to almost rewrite history with this, it seems like, if they go with that nuclear missile launch, because that's essentially the thing that everybody was worried about during that period of time. I mean, people had bunkers under their houses. And I mean, that's also kind of what Fallout, the game, is. It's almost built around that era of those 1960s, that Cold War era, but it's almost a reimagining of, okay, what happens if a nuclear explosion does take place, or if it's actually been a little bit closer to them firing weapons, to them releasing missiles. So, who knows, maybe this next Cold War is a little bit of a reimagining of that. But I mean, from my side of things, I kind of, time and time again, have been saying the things that I've been looking forward to. One of those was thankfully answered. But what are you looking forward to from your guys' side? I think even in terms of some of the perks that we saw from that leaked gameplay is that we had Ninja. We had an Overkill, which was almost like, it looked like the set rip achievement, so from that's pretty cool. The one thing I hope is not in the game is, I don't know if you know, in Warzone, obviously when you get taken down, you start to crawl around on the floor. I hope that isn't something that's an element that survives with the entire series, but we'll have to wait and see. Let's have a look. What are the people on the social media saying? Looks like we got a couple of battleships. I don't know what that is in the middle though. That looks like a massive cruise liner. Was that World War One or two where they sunk a cruise liner on purpose? Not too sure. I feel like I'm in a chopper gunner from Black Ops 1. Yeah, dude, I actually have a cool gameplay on this channel of a chopper gunner kill streak video. I think I went 60-2 in a domination. It was absolutely mental. But I also love those old school styled streaks where it feels like, cool, we're mounting a gun and you're going to be able to take out people. One thing that has also popped up is that the next war zone is more than likely to have an ocean element with the boats that are going to be coming in. I'm just trying to see if these are actual maps from the game or not. That looks like... Is that farmland in Verdansk? Man, I'm so hyped. So yeah, like Blackout, so it's going to be apparently a little bit different from that. From what people also saw in the gameplay trailer that they released, or alluded to in their previous trailer of showing essentially what the campaign is going to be about, it showed a desert outcropping, so I'm expecting some kind of rivers to connect into that map somehow. Similar to how Blackout did it, and I don't necessarily have a problem. I don't think we'll see sea vehicles, personally. I think that's just too far out of the terrain of what Call of Duty is known for. It's more on the ground. But I think more like Blackout, yeah. I think gameplay overall is more than likely still going to stay with the traditional Warzone of what we, or how we know it.
Visuals coming in.
7 minutes. 7 minutes before this goes down. Just make sure my audio is all good. Please tell me if you're experiencing any audio delays or anything like that. For right now, it seems fine on my end. But yeah, now it's just a point of waiting. Yeah, I love fun, dude. The Treyarch team always goes above and beyond, it seems like. From what they did initially when they said, I believe, in Black Ops, just before the release of Black Ops 2, they said we're making a commitment here to the competitive scene. That was absolutely massive. The way since Black Ops 1 release, to be honest, was... Sorry, I'm just having a look at the map before I jump onto that thought again. That looks like a shoreline of some sort. I'm not too sure what that is. Honestly, those maps don't look recognizable just yet for me. Let me know if you spot anything, by the way. But what I was saying, in Black Ops 1, I just love that they had so many characters or layers to the game. Like even unlocking that arcade mode on the home screen that you can do from a top-down perspective, being able to play the arcade games inside the game itself. They were the creators of Zombies, so you know that they've got creativity like leaps and bounds on their side. And I always think that they bring a little bit of something different to their titles. I think Black Ops 4 was potentially one of the most disappointing in terms of it didn't feel like too much was added there. However, does that mean that they've now spent a lot of time on this one to be able to make it stand out? So I'm hoping so for sure. Can't wait to see what goes down.
Flight status update, entering potentially hostile territory. No threats detected. Radar clear.
Shit, so... hostile territory, does that mean that they're going to be going into Russian airspace at this point? I mean, it's clearly a US operator that is on comms on this one. Oh, I'm excited. Really, really am. see what goes down here, dude. That looks like a solar field on the left-hand side. The one that they're kind of scanning over at the moment. Is that a new track strapped to the bottom? It could be, dude. I wouldn't be surprised then. I think we've established that this is I think it might be the stealth B2 bomber. Let me just have a look here. But that was, hold on, let me just have a look here. The stealth B2 bomber, that would have been way too recent for this. So what was main bomber? Shows you how little about I know about my planes. There's a B-52 bomber, which this could be, which actually does match up quite nicely. Yeah, I think that's what this is. This very well could be the Boeing B-52 bomber. But the rear end looks a bit different. What is that rear end? Dude, this is making me edgy. I'm not too sure what plane this is, but 3 minutes 20 seconds before this one kicks off. So if you want to be able to grab yourself a cool drink, now is going to be the time. And we're going into the multiplayer review. We better, well, not review, preview rather. What have we got waiting around the corner? Okay, so a couple of things I want to see is pick 10 or pick 14 system, something like that, something similar to that. We've already got the 4v4 confirmed, happy with that. In terms of perks, I think everybody wants to see the ninja perk, which I think was kind of confirmed in the leaked gameplay. Maps, to be honest, maps I'm not too concerned about. The only time you really get an understanding of maps. Nikwa, Warzone after this? Dewey, absolutely, but I'm going to have dinner first, probably, and then I'm going to jump into some Warzone. I'm also with you, dude. Like, I think we're all a little bit full of remade maps. Like, leave those maps as is in their time as a throwback. I'm not, like, let's see something new. I wanna fall in love with a couple of new maps. Theater mode is something that I definitely want to be able to see in MP. I want to see a ranked playlist of some sort. But welcome to the chat, by the way, Dewey. Hope all is lacquer that side, my dude. So they're flying east and it's a US plane. This has to be going over Russia or Dansk or something. 1 minute 55 seconds. In terms of weapons, as well, not too concerned as long as it's realistic in terms of its preview. I just hope they don't use the same kind of red dot sights that you actually used to get in, what was it, Black Ops 1? Those little round, they almost look like that. Like, wait, I'm not too sure if you'll be able to see that, but it's just almost like a rounded top. To be honest, I hope that those aren't too old school. What else do we want to be able to see in MP? To be honest, we've seen so much from multiplayer before that all I just want is consistency. Ranked on launch, yep, agree. 10 plus new maps and a variety of new guns, all being usable. Okay, I'm going to 100% agree with you when it comes down to weapon balance. That's something that, please, can we not just have a 4 or 2 gun Call of Duty? But the one good thing that I've also seen Treyarch do in the past is that they constantly nerf. So, I mean, take a look at, I guess, Dewey, you played League of Legends with me back when. Is that... New mission parameters? So they keep on going to this bottom view. This is definitely going to be a bomb dropping out of here, I think. So when it comes down to what you were saying, when gun, just all they need to do is keep it updated. Does anybody recognize this area? Is that a courtyard? Is that, wait, is that the petrol station? You know, in Verdansk, in the city, there's that petrol station. If you want to go back to that screen, you can pause, but we got 10 seconds. That's, I think that's Verdansk, boys.
5, 4, 3,
I think that's Verdansk.
1.
Oh shit.
Here we go. Hi everyone, I'm David Vonderhaar, Studio Design Director at Treyarch. Welcome to the multiplayer reveal of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. On behalf of the teams at Treyarch and Raven and all our development partners across the world, thank you for joining us.
We got trolled, boys, no
Today, we
nuke.
do a little recon across all Black Ops Cold War multiplayer. The world, the missions, the weapons, the characters, and the systems. And you know, we'll make some fun announcements along the way. From here on out, we talk directly to you, the best fans in gaming. Joining me throughout the show is a big cast of characters from across the studio, along with some of your favorite Call of Duty content creators and streamers. One thing you've come to expect from a Black Ops game is that we are never quite satisfied with the status quo. We are always looking for a way to do it better. But some things shouldn't change, and for every multiplayer game we make, one thing hasn't: how we start things off. This is the worldwide debut of the Black Ops Cold War multiplayer.
Let's go, baby! Let's get in! I saw that man live. I'm just gonna put that out there as a mic drop. Let's go, boys!
Threat neutralized.
You're here because you're the best special forces NATO has to offer.
You're all that keeps the world from turning to cinders, comrades.
We work off the books
Operate in the shadows.
to keep the wolves at bay.
Today, we reshape the world.
What the fuck are we doing in Miami?
Let them come.
Going up, boys.
Jack, no, for other crowd. Any repercussions in your mouth. Split clip all the time. Big Papa kick the war round.
Must be a game mode.
And that's how it goes.
Has to be.
Go!
Time to punch that top guard.
Secure the sub.
I'll take care of this.
Oh shit, underwater confirmed as well. There's that red dot.
Evade the maneuver.
Ah, shit.
Soviet convoy disabled.
I'll drive.
So vehicles confirmed for multiplayer, seems, eh? Whether that'll be on the bigger game modes, wait to be seen.
Keep pushing! No! Over here!
Yes, Java, my dude, welcome. They've gone super heavy on the multi-terrain vehicles there. Whether that's going to be like a war kind of game mode where it's like 24 versus 24, something like that, or if it's going to be restricted to those smaller maps as well, that is going to be okay. Give us the nitty gritty, son.
Pre-order a digital copy and get early access to the open beta and instant access to the Woods Operator Pack in Modern Warfare and Warzone.
October 8th. Yes.
You just saw it. This is an unapologetically Cold War game set in the 80s, but it's still a Black Ops game. And for over a decade, we built our multiplayer experiences atop a core set of guiding principles. They form our pillars: deniable operations that deploy around the world, signature combat tailored to how you play, connected experiences that deliver free, robust, ongoing content, and integrate deeply into the next evolution of Warzone. Today, we're going to explore each of these facets of multiplayer. We're going to show you how this globe-trotting, cinematically connected experience is our most immersive yet. And then, we're going to show it to you in a way we never could before, with a little help from some friends. First up, the bedrock of Black Ops, deniable operations. These are the places in multiplayer you never saw, and the things you never did. The missions that stay off the books, and the targets and sources who stay off the record. The Cold War we set out to build is realistic. It's plausible. Most importantly, it's inspired by a gritty historical tone that we've woven into every element of our game's world and story and gameplay. Chaotic and always confidential, the deniable ops lie at the heart of multiplayer, raising the bar while creating a clear and unique narrative that influences every bit of our world building. For Black Ops Cold War, that world building drove each multiplayer level in two ways. With the signature level design you've come to expect, and by pushing the visual bar and immersing players into a narrative of unfolding events. The fight to recover a downed satellite in the Central African desert, battles that unfold on the neon-soaked streets of
Okay, so it sounds like there's two maps in each
the
map.
Black Ops story is inspired by history, but forgotten by the history
So there'd be a core map that you play normal
We've selected
multiplayer
5
with,
maps to give you a small taste of the range of deniable ops awaiting in multiplayer.
and then like a larger
Later
map
today,
where
you'll see
something
them play.
scale in terms of your
Here's a few
goals of
my
what you
teammates to
accomplished.
share
That's
what they
my
love
understanding
most
so far.
from how they were made.
Okay.
My name is Brittany Beidelman. I'm a level designer.
I'm Kendall Snow, associate level designer.
I'm Brittany Perello, producer.
I'm Matt Kutris, senior level designer.
In Satellite, a top secret American recon
Angola?
satellite
Has lost power and crashed in the deserts of Angola. With hired DGI forces closing in,
now it's a race to secure the crash site.
what I love about Satellite is the fact that it's just this amazing natural space.
Because larger maps have more components, we can apply more details into maps like Satellite, which make them feel even more natural. The satellite at the center is like a king of the hill. Anyone who wants it has to run toward you because it's raised higher than the rest of the map.
I'm usually playing one of two ways: all in, full ham, dying again and again. Or in objective modes, I'll flank and get the jump on people. Satellite scratches both of those itches. Even though it's an outdoor space, the map's 2 different regions mean I can play long and short range tactics.
I'll be honest, I am trash with the sniper rifle, but a shotgun, that I can do. I have always been a big fan of close quarters combat, and there is great cat and mouse style gameplay in Satellite.
The crashed satellite is a super fun spot to try and outplay your enemies. Predict which way they'll circle the debris to run up behind them, or just duck inside the
Could be a cool
satellite and
capture
take
the
your
flag
shot.
map, I'm not gonna lie.
This is going to
You
be
see
one of those
there's 3
classic
traditional
Black Ops
lanes
maps.
around that
The world
satellite at
knows
the
and
top
loves
as well.
for how quickly engagements fire up. East and West collide on the open seas in a top secret mission.
Inspired by a real-life event, Project Azorian, CIA, JSOC, and Soviet forces converged to recover a sunken prototype nuclear Soviet submarine from the ocean floor.
The calm waters of Armada explode into massive naval conflict as players battle for control of large naval vessels.
With no lanes walling you in, players can engage on ships' decks, in the water, and on vehicles like wake runners and gunboats. Armada is chaos in the best way.
This really cool map that gives this amazing sense of exploration.
Underwater
There are so
has
many
always
little
been a bit
individual
weird in
areas to
Call of Duty
find
titles for
and
me
new
personally.
ways
I mean,
to
there was that
surround
search and
or
destroy
flank
map
your
where you could go
enemies
down
and get the
cave
upper
side,
hand.
or you could go open side, and there was that big stretch of water
A
in the
hidden
middle
safe
where you
house has
basically
been
could hide
discovered
underneath
right
and then
in the
pop
heart
up,
of the USSR.
which always played a bit
In the
weirdly, but
shadow
it was
of
more
Moscow's
though
opulent train
because of that
station.
confined
With
area
Spetsnaz
towards cave side.
dispatched, the area has gone hot.
So the Moscow map is set in the dead heart of a big city. So you're wandering through these streets with a bunch of cars, and there's tall buildings on either side of you.
There's this sense that you've been dropped into a point in history.
First thing I do is run right to the center, because that's where all lanes cross in the Moscow map. And eventually, it doesn't take long, people are gonna run through the metro station. So you can just sit there and wait, but chances are there's gonna be people running right into your line of fire.
Kind of like
right off the bat.
vacant mid-map.
It's a classic 3-lane map where teamwork really makes the dream work.
Yeah. Actually sounds like an elongated vacant.
January 17th, 1984. This location is heavily influenced by Miami's famous, or perhaps infamous, Ocean Drive.
Yes,
This is a
Java's
night
got
map,
it
but
hunted,
one
my dude. Well
unlike
done.
players have seen
Exactly
before.
that.
You can sneak through dark, shadowy alleys, go out onto the beach, out into the ocean.
You can dive in the water and wade along the coast to get the drop on the other side.
Or you can just go right down the street and bask in the neon light.
The first time I played through Miami, I could hear this 80s nightclub music playing through the walls of one of the buildings. The little details make it lifelike, and it becomes this joy to experience.
Basically, my goal is to never be on the main street in the center, because that is sniper heaven, and that is Brittany hell. So
I don't think
always
we're gonna
go
have
and
tech
try to
sprint,
flank and get those snipers from the back.
Our art and design teams worked really hard to bring the best possible night experience to the players. You'll see that
I
play
think they're
out
gonna throw
in
out so
sneaky
much from
shadows
Modern
on the
Warfare,
beach,
to be honest.
or engage enemies in the center strip.
It really makes people feel
They're
like
not even
they're
using the
in
same
Miami
engine.
in the 80s. It's pretty cool.
In Crossroads, NATO has learned a large Soviet missile convoy is on its way to the border.
Special forces
Looks like
dispatched
Summit,
alongside
if you guys
MI6
remember that map
to
as well.
ambush the convoy and
Well,
secure
not
the
Summit.
weapons before all hell breaks loose.
Summit with a touch of...
It's one of our most cinematic
There was a
maps
Modern
with a boots on the
Warfare 3
ground
map.
feel that feels pulled from the campaign.
Your team will want to
Snowy
hold
type
down
Russia.
and protect its own
Completely
outposts
gonna
to
lose me.
guarantee
Those of you
access to
on
one
Google
of
at
these
the moment,
teams.
have a look.
But infantry combat doesn't take a backseat in Crossroads, as natural terrain and foliage masks movements and provides tactical advantages.
There's a bunch of snowmobiles when you first spawn, and it's a mad dash to grab one. And now, running people over with the snowmobile is my favorite thing to do.
Each environment changes the dynamic of how you play and caters to unique loadouts. Crossroads is a bigger map, and that allows you to play the way you want to play.
I don't know, I'm going into vehicles quite
The beaches
tentatively,
of
guys.
Miami,
I
a
don't
frozen
know how I feel
overlake,
about vehicles
the
just
open
yet.
ocean. Our visual research department racked up miles visiting them all. Because if you're going to deploy around the globe in this game, that required them to do the same. The mission for our artist is absolute authenticity. Step one in that process is photo scanning thousands of real-world objects, terrains, and materials. Those assets ensure our upgraded, physically based renderer delivers the best-looking Black Ops yet. True 4K, high dynamic range with a true color and tone, ray tracing on systems that support it, photometric lighting courtesy of our Luminaire system.
So Java, the
and
one that I was
overhauled
talking
contour
about was
terrain
Outpost
system.
on Modern
The result
Warfare
is gritty,
3.
it's believable, I
That's the
dare
one I was
say
talking
it's
about.
got ambience. Most importantly, it sets the perfect stage for multiplayer combat. On that note, here's Matt with more on the modes and missions ahead.
We've talked a little bit about
Hit
where
us
you
up,
play,
Matt.
but let's talk
Rank
about
play,
what you'll
come
play
on.
when you get there. In Black Ops Cold War, our classic game modes are returning, and they're better than ever. From the tried and true Team Deathmatch, Domination, and Search and Destroy, to the return of the competitive game mode Control, we've taken a fresh eye to all
Going
of your
with
favorites.
third mode confirmed,
We're encouraging
boys.
more meaningful gameplay with larger capture zones and Domination. We're updating spawn systems in Hardpoint. And now we show you where the next Hardpoint will spawn so you can regroup, rotate, and set up for the next fight. Across all of our classic modes, we're working hard to make this the
Control,
most rewarding
lads.
and competitive
There you
multiplayer
have it.
experience yet. And while your go-to modes are coming back better than ever, let's talk about the innovative new modes you'll be
No
going
mention
to
of
next.
CTF, lads.
With that, let me introduce you to my teammate Marquise Gladney, who's here to tell you about the brand new multiplayer experience we call VIP Escort.
Oh, we saw this one in the league gameplay, by the
VIP
way.
Escort began with the question, how can we create a game mode inspired by the kind of real-life, totally true, but completely redacted Black Ops that first inspired this franchise? The result is Extraction in its purest form, a new 6-on-6 objective-based game mode we call VIP Escort. In Black Ops, we normally task you with fighting, but VIP Escort turns that on its head with a new mechanic. If you're selected as the VIP, your #1 job is to live. In this team-based op, your team will try to escort you off the map or eliminate the other team trying to stop you. As VIP, you'll skip Create a Class, you're too important after all. Instead, you'll deploy with a kitted out pistol, a smoke grenade, a spy plane for team intel, and a whole lot of hope that your team knows what the hell it's doing. The mission? Stay alive and escape the map. To do so, you'll need to reach one of 2 possible exfil sites, which rotate over the course of the match to keep teams on their toes. There are stakes here. If you die, that ends the round. But team up and you can get your squad back on their feet quickly via last stand and revive. Each team's choices and tactics create layers of strategy and counterplay, injecting the best of Black Ops themes directly into this competition. Will your team pull Cold War mind games and misdirection by splitting up the squad to draw fire and create distractions for the VIP? Or is a full-on assault more their style? Will they travel ahead and scout, run protection detail, or take a bullet for you Secret Service style? My personal keys to victory? I stay close and escort the VIP and defend them at all costs. If the VIP doesn't make it out alive, it won't matter if you do. This new deniable operation only scratches the surface of what it means to play Cold War multiplayer.
I mean, it could be
Up
interesting
next,
in a
we
way
want to
that
share
it's
another new way to
basically
play
search
that
and
goes
destroy.
above and beyond that
A and B
classic
bomb site just
6v6
become
experience
extraction
you've
sites.
come to expect. Combined Arms is where multiplayer gets bigger and badder,
that's a TLDR.
bringing together the best of multiplayer's large-scale battles by combining infantry and vehicular gameplay into a single cohesive combat experience. In Combined Arms Domination, players will deploy into 12 versus 12 battles, each customized and unique to its own environment. But these battles aren't just bigger or more chaotic. We've worked hard to ensure the 2 levels of boots on the ground.
Does it look kind of
all-out
cartoony?
vehicular
I also
warfare
think so. I think they've just gone with
complement and enhance
a
one
very,
another on each map.
very more
Tanks,
primary color
snowmobiles,
palette.
wake runners, gunboats, and
At
more.
least game is visually
These
popping.
vehicles amplify
That's fine,
the
dude.
action, sure,
I'm
but they
still
also create
not
jaw-dropping
necessarily
moments
too
right
worried
in the middle
about
of the fight. The way I personally play Combined Arms depends on my mood.
hostage kind
if
of
I'm
gameplay.
going for the win,
but
it's
we'll
rally
have to
time,
wait and see, man.
and I'm pushing to capture
happy to give that a
every
go, but it
objective
does
on the
look
map.
like in terms of
Whether
competitive,
that
we're
means
gonna have
loading
hard
up a
point,
gunboat on Armada
control,
or popping smokes
S&D
so my
as the
team
main
can cross
game
the
mode.
frozen lake and crossroads.
All I just want to see is a
I'm
ranked
putting my
playlist,
try-hard
guys.
pants on and making it happen.
Gunplay
And
doesn't
that's
look
the
half
thing.
bad.
In
Nah,
Combined
Mr.
Arms,
Luca,
almost
welcome to the
anything
stream, my
can
dude.
happen. I'll seek out fun
it's looking
moments
good.
that aren't
I mean, to
possible
be
in
honest,
other
I
modes.
just
Like
want to get in
ziplining
their
onto
hands.
the
We'll see
enemy
it more in the
ship and
hands
seeing
of
how
these
long
pro
I can last
players.
before getting
I
taken
think
out.
we're going to get that
At
gameplay
launch,
visual
you
after
can
this,
expect even
and
more Combined Arms maps
all of
and
those
modes,
people that leaked that
each tailored
gameplay
and
that
tuned
were
to
in
bring
those
the
game
most
sessions,
fun,
apparently they're going to be
frenetic
cleared to
action
be able
this
to release
format
that
can
gameplay
deliver.
after this. So
Take
we're going to
Armada,
be flooded
our
with
most
that
unique map to
gameplay,
date.
especially
You saw
for that
earlier
Miami
that
map.
the only
as far
life
as I
preservers
understand.
on this sea-based map are your tactics, as each capture zone requires a different approach. Will you attack surgically with a 2-seater wake runner, gather your squad and storm the main ship? From zip lines that traverse the map to all new naval tactics, Armada is Combined Arms Domination realized, bringing high stakes, high speed combat to the high seas.
Yeah, I mean, I think the vehicle stuff is all going to be aimed for 12v12 style gameplay rather than the traditional 4v4, 6v6.
With high-powered tanks patrolling the frozen lake and surrounding roads, you'll need to choose how to take on those slow movers. So whether you're hopping onto a
100%,
snowmobile for a
Luca,
quick
this is
flank,
all the
or rolling up
fun
your sleeves
public
and
kind of
sticking
side
on
of
some
things.
C4, the story is yours to write.
Whereas
in
you know what I
Combined
want,
Arms
dude.
Domination.
I want us
That's it for
nitty-gritty.
deniable
What can
operations
us
for
Cold
now.
War players
We
start looking
ziplined,
forward
crossed
to?
frozen lakes, and dipped into Miami's beaches. That's really just the start of the full deniable ops experience. Add up the work on your favorite classic game modes to the arrival of new modes like VIP Escort and Combined Arms Domination, and it all stacks up to our most ambitious multiplayer yet. One you can play any way you want and in new ways you never expected. If you're a Call of Duty League fan, we have a bunch of new stuff lined up just for you.
This is it.
Stay tuned. This may be a multiplayer game built for everyone.
You better
but
say
these will
something
be
about
your
it.
Deniable operations. And now I'll turn it over to Tony to talk about what we mean when we say signature combat.
No, they
Thanks,
tease
Matt.
us, man.
Now,
They tickle
a
us
lot
and they
has changed
tease
for us
us.
since the first Black Ops game. From our development pipelines to totally new technologies. But some things haven't changed. And after over a decade of making Black Ops games, we're more inspired than ever to keep honing in on that authentic, classic Black Ops feel, all while taking it to new heights.
Java, you're getting excited with
now,
me, dude.
we know that to you, combat is more than just pointing and shooting. It's about how your operator moves and weaves through your surroundings. It's feeling the power of your weapon, how it reacts in your hand.
Okay, well this could be interesting. This could be creator class kind of systems, how they're going to be able to set that up. So that's actually quite paramount as well.
We're back to plausible, authentic, boots on the ground combat. And that has allowed us to not only refine the feel of the game, but build on all the classic foundations of Black Ops. Heads-up gameplay,
ooh, look at the sniper,
healing, and grounded movement.
A bolty.
Keeping your player experience in the front of our minds has also
look clean, though, the
inspired a
gameplay,
fresh
at least.
wave of thinking across our creative class and score streak system, where we're introducing features that bring unprecedented transparency to your planning and cinematic wow moments.
Even looking at the maps, they haven't overcomplicated the sectors with bushes and crazy little things that you can hide behind. You know, there's little kind of like pots so that you can shoot off walls and shit.
And we put everything we have into it for each game.
It seems very, very clean map design at least.
So I brought some of my friends from the combat team to help tell you about our initiatives for this game and how they've resulted in signature combat that feels just right. Here's Max Porter to start us off.
It's your boy Mix!
We've taken lessons learned from across Black Ops and the entire Call of Duty franchise to land on a truly best-in-class weapon experience. The gun is almost always right in front of you and must look great. From a gun's seams down to its grime, the level of detail in Black Ops Cold War has never been higher. But our weapons also need to move in a realistic manner. You'll feel it in this game, whether you're clocking from long range or firing from the hip. When we think about a gun, we think about the way it looks, the way it's going to move, but a big part of a gun's personality is the sound that it makes. It's like the bark of a dog. We're sort of imagining all these guns as characters. That just adds to that level of realism and that sort of immersive quality that is unique to Call of Duty.
I think gun sounds, and by the way, just a side note, Modern Warfare, their gun sounds were great. Like, if you shot that in a tunnel, you would hear the echo reverberation of the tunnel.
Signature gunfighting experience.
So if they can live up to that kind of game sound when it comes down to gun weapons, gun weapons, talk about double entendre.
Let's talk about two of the most significant and impactful features of multiplayer: create a class and score streaks.
There we go.
Our goal with create a class in Cold War is to empower you without making trade-offs. This year, better starts with simpler. Create a class will be a slot-based system. No longer governed by allocations or the Pick 10 system, you'll always boast a full class of a primary, secondary, lethal, tactical, field upgrade, and a set of perks. Field upgrades are items placed in the world to give your team an advantage. You can earn them solely based on time, not score, and they are the only type of game content that works on a cooldown that lasts after death. Now,
I can take that.
Wild cards are back. In this system, in every class, you can pick one of 4 wildcards that let you do things like load your primary weapon with up to 8 attachments, carry up to 6 perks, double the number of lethals and
8 attachments,
or carry 3 primary perks.
These means are
in many mix of categories. Of course, a key component of create a class is the gunsmith.
8 attachments, people.
In Black Ops Cold War,
it's a lot of attachments.
More optics and attachments to unlock and configure than ever before. Every primary weapon can be customized with 54 attachments across 8 different nodes or attachment points.
So it's basically the Modern Warfare gun system, Oaks.
By default, you can equip 5 attachments, or 8 with the Gunfighter wildcard.
8 attachments, boys.
Gunsmith will show you what equiping an attachment does as positive
I'm
or
gonna
negative
just put this out there. They should have stuck with the
backwards,
Pick 10 or
specking
Pick
out the
14
perfect
system.
gun for results
Basic,
you want
keep
to see
it
in
3
the field.
attachments per weapon,
This takes
nothing
the
too
guesswork
crazy.
out of the system and helps us on our never-ending quest to make the most
Too many
balanced Call of
attachments.
Duty game you've
Way
ever
too
played.
many. Like, they simplified, okay, yes, you'll create a class
There's one
kind
more
of
thing I need to talk about. First
But
up,
too many
we've
attachments.
updated score streaks so that earned score is kept through death. This change gives all players a chance to engage with score streaks, one of the most visceral and fun experiences across multiplayer's signature combat. If you do go on a
I like
streak
that
and string
aesthetics.
together multiple kills
About to make
before
my
you go down,
SMMC
streak score
an
bonuses
LMG.
help you
Basically,
earn into
you
those
can
higher
just
powered
turn-
score streak tiers.
Yeah, turn a
To
shotgun
prevent
into a
score streak
sniper
spam,
rifle.
Each score streak will go on a cooldown after it's used to pace out frequency. So, what score streaks are we talking about? Well, your favorites are back. But we've also got a few surprises.
RC car, we'll
Score
take
streaks
it.
in Cold War can be used in all the classic
Machine?
ways. To aid in taking an objective, to save your team, to break up the pace of the game with a fun new experience. We've also tailored strategy into the system, as score streaks can often be neutralized with a counter score streak.
I like that.
Now I'll pass it over to Sunny
I'm happy
to
with
share
that.
more about our operators and how they move.
I think the more that they
Black Ops
counter
Cold.
score streaks with almost lower tier score streaks is actually a good thing, to be honest. Allows the
Elites,
recover
covert,
from the team
powerful.
that's playing against
When you
them.
play as a Cold War operator, you won't just step into the boots of a highly trained precision instrument. Every movement will have a purpose. To increase the fidelity and feel of even the smallest elements, modelers, animators, and concept artists all work side by side, planning for every point of contact with every gun, every stance and position, every scenario. Thanks to increased dynamic bone counts, we've been able to enhance the effects of physics and gravity on what you carry, from the weight of your gear, like pouches and grenades, to the way a wallet chain or rope sways as you sprint. Your entire operator will move more naturally than ever. Here's 4 specific ways movement has improved through new cutting-edge
That animation did
techniques
look good.
in
Of that
animation
guy
and
crouched
programmatic
down and
movement.
walking like
The
that, that
first
actually didn't
is
look
sprint
bad at
takeoff.
all.
This is the feature that gives your operator a running start. You start with a little sprint, and then it slows down to normal speed. This lets you feel the momentum of like where you're going and where you're going to end up. We wanted to preserve the fluidity and fun of an operator's ability to slide. In Black Ops Cold War, when you slide, you start and end in a crouch position in a believable way. This allows 2-player movement states to function better as one, all while improving gameplay and enhancing pace. Footstep control also plays a big part of the new movement system. Go faster and you'll make more noise.
That guy had a huge amount of distance on that slide, don't you think? There we go,
is
Ninja
no longer
boys!
the only way to keep quiet.
Dead silence is
Whether
back.
or not you're crouched, how loud you get is now directly tied to how fast you're moving. Lastly, we've incorporated a classic jump with a much more natural height, which will very briefly slow you down on landing. Our goal in all of these movement mechanics is to ensure operators' actions are not just authentic, but intuitive. When you press a button or a key,
No
you should
slide
always feel
cancels,
in control
boys.
of your operator. And this system has been built to translate your
Also,
decisions
no bunny
into
hops.
dynamic movement more seamlessly than ever. The era of the game might be the 80s, but the characters you play will move and shoot like the world's most highly
Yeah, I also
skilled
think that quick
operators.
sprint thing is
Signature
going to be a
combat.
frustrating one to play
It
against
isn't
at
just how a
times.
gun is
Somebody
shot.
suddenly
It's
just
how that gun
very
feels,
quickly getting away
how
from
it
a fight.
sounds, how it's designed to create
Also,
a
what that
combat
looks like changing
experience.
direction.
And
'Cause,
combat
I mean, if you're
isn't
here,
just about conflict.
front on,
It's also
and you go
movement.
into quick sprint,
So the
and
fluid
you're
ways
darting that
in
way,
which
your
your
hitbox is gonna be
operators
quite
shift
tricky
around
to
the
track.
AO and carry the gear you outfit them in is just as important as the choices you give them. Choices like the overhauled Create a Class system, or all those attachment possibilities in Gunsmith, or the new ways you can earn and deploy score streaks in the thick of battle. These combat initiatives work together to
Yeah,
deliver the most
100%.
intuitive, plausible, authentic,
Shotzi's
boots
king.
on the ground experience possible, and they are at the heart of Black Ops Cold War. Now, on that note, I'd like
8
to introduce
detachments?
Miles, who's going to discuss some of the biggest innovations yet.
Thanks,
8
Tony.
detachments, boys!
All right, everyone, let's talk Warzone. You've seen how we're pouring it all into the Cold War multiplayer experience.
Yes, we have.
Let's confirm it right here, right now.
Drop the nuke.
Black Ops Cold War will also usher in the next evolution of Call of Duty Warzone, continuing and expanding the blockbuster Battle Royale free-to-play experience. And it'll be a true evolution.
What?
With
This
Warzone
guy,
not merely
I feel
picking
like
up
he's
where
about
the
to
Modern
punch the
Warfare
camera.
climax left off narratively,
don't you dare
but
look at
also interweaving the themes, locations, weapons, and vehicles of Black Ops Cold War right into the action. Cold War and Warzone will also share post-launch content from a narrative standpoint across both the Battle Pass system and item shop content. This interlinks Call of Duty in ways that evolve the Warzone experience while delivering jaw-dropping moments. So yeah, you can expect some surprises along the way. One surprise we're avoiding is the feeling of starting over.
Camera
It's important
moments,
to us that
boys.
You can still use your characters and weapons and progression-related items, which is why investment and progress in Cold War is reflected in Warzone. While these are two very big games, from the beginning they've been built to work together. Your player experience is everything to us. So we're making sure Black Ops Cold War and Warzone share progression, with much of your previously earned Modern Warfare content, from weapons to cosmetics, still available
Camera
for
change
use in
in
both
5,
Warzone and
4,
Modern Warfare.
3, 2,
We are
1.
collaborating with our studio partners across Call of Duty to preserve
That was
continuity
smooth transition,
while building
guys.
a new chapter of Warzone that will immerse you into all of the best elements of Black
Camera
Ops
4, get
Cold
ready.
War. That's multiple studios totally committed to continuing this new tradition of insanely fun,
Camera 3,
absurdly
you ready?
accessible Warzone action.
I'm gonna give you some time.
We can't wait
I need
for
a
you
high
to see
five,
how
cameraman.
Verdansk and all of Call of Duty will evolve in the year ahead.
And change?
But that
You
sense
ready?
of interconnectedness extends beyond just Warzone.
Sliding.
That's why I'm excited to confirm that Black Ops Cold War will not only support cross-platform play,
Bro, when
and
all your friends are
progression, but
cameramans
will
and
also
you
deliver
get set up for
cross-generation play
production,
the
you're
game.
like, okay, boys, I'm
That's
getting you
because
all jobs.
Black Ops Cold War is, at its heart, a connected experience. And playing together on whatever platforms you prefer only betters that experience. Cross-play,
Cross-play,
cross-progression,
confirm, boys.
across
Very
current
good.
and next-generation systems, across all modes. That won't be easy, but it's worth it to allow fans who have never had a chance to play together to squad up and deploy, no barriers between them. And with the Battle Pass system delivering a steady stream of post-launch content, Black Ops Cold War will be the very first cross-platform, cross-generation Call of Duty experience,
Change the camera.
making it the deepest game in franchise history.
Let's go to camera
Vaughn,
4.
where do we go next?
Yeah, Miles, on the subject of platforms,
Camera
we've got
four,
a
you live?
very special guest, Mark from Enox.
Hey, what's up, Van? On behalf of Enox, we are extremely excited and proud to bring Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War to Battle.net as the lead PC developer. PC continues to be a critically important pillar of game development for the Call of
Is
Duty
he rocking out the
franchise.
A20s here, by the
In
way?
addition to the major improvements we have made to Call of Duty
He
PC
is.
in the past, including uncapped frame rates, high refresh rate support, and customized field of view, we're always looking for ways to improve features and customizable settings. One of the biggest improvements this year is that the Black Ops engine now runs on DirectX 12. This has led to a huge improvement in terms of performance and latency reduction. For players who prioritize immersive gameplay, we have a great partnership with NVIDIA to bring ray trace effects, performance accelerating deep learning super sampling or DLSS, and reflex latency optimization technology. We will implement ray trace shadows and ambient occlusion to improve the quality of light shadow and sunlight shadow. This improves surface and contact detail and fixes problems associated with traditional shadow mapping techniques like aliasing, freckling, and disconnected shadows.
Yeah.
Also, we will be implementing AI-powered DLSS, so players will be able to increase their frame rate while maintaining the visual quality of the game.
PC
For
players.
players looking for better responsiveness, we've integrated the reflex low latency technology to lower system latency.
But console players will be
This
locked at a
combines
solid
both
60
GPU
frame rate.
and game optimization. We're also happy to announce that Reflex will be coming to Call of Duty Warzone in the future. We have so much more to
What
talk
was that?
about, but
Coming
right
to
now,
Call of
I would
Duty in
like
the
to hand
future?
it
Did
back
anybody
to
catch
David
that?
Vander. Van?
Did he say reflex?
We've
I didn't catch
declassified
that,
a
I missed
whole
that.
lot
Let me
today.
know in the chat if you
And
caught
one
that.
thing is clear. Black Ops Cold War is here, and it's ushering in a new chapter of deniable operations that are undeniably Call of Duty at its very best.
Show me some Call of Duty
Realistic,
League play now,
plausible,
David.
gritty.
David.
You've seen our team-wide commitment to storytelling.
No.
Infusing the story and spirit of the Cold War narrative
leave me like
into
this.
everything we do, even
David.
in multiplayer. You've seen our emphasis on authenticity shine through every location.
Give me some
every
league.
weapon, every vehicle, every character. Each one telling a story we can't wait for you
David.
to uncover and experience.
Lace that belt.
You've seen us challenge ourselves to not
Well,
only
no league
innovate
seat
on
belt.
classic game modes, but introduce a new generation of instant classics. Modes like VIP Escort and Combined Arms Domination. You'll see that duo played today, and it's just the start, as we've got massive drops of free content planned post-launch, including new and limited time modes.
Come
No
on.
matter what type of multiplayer gamer you are, you'll find something for you. Tying it all together
Camera
is
two,
that
live.
signature combat you love. Grounded and always realistic, you'll move fast and fluid. Feel powerful when you need to be, and customized just the way you want to be. The new Creative Class and Score Streak systems give you even more of what you love, infusing more control and cinematic moments with less friction between you and the gameplay than ever before. And this is a true connected experience. Warzone and Cold War. The events in one will impact the events in the other, expanding Call of Duty in new ways you've never seen before. And Black Ops Cold War is not only a cross-platform game, but it's also a cross-generation, cross-platform game. Now, that should
is
be
good
the end of
though.
our show.
It really helps us
But this
out
wouldn't
tournament
be a Black
operations
Ops
so much.
multiplayer reveal without some Black Ops style mind games. We have talked a lot today about what Black Ops is, how it feels, what it does, but for over 10 years, Black Ops is also something else. A game that consistently presses the boundaries about what multiplayer means. Our team relentlessly looks for opportunities to offer new types of multiplayer experiences. In Black Ops Cold War, we're excited to be launching an entire new category of multiplayer gameplay called FIRETEAM.
Fall Guys
This
Modern
new
Warfare.
format of multiplayer brings together everything that we loved about making Cold War and everything you'll love about playing Cold War. Across every FIRETEAM mission and mode, you'll discover some of the most imaginative game loops we have ever designed. The FIRETEAM format allows us to emphasize teamwork and reward creativity. And it allows you to do things you've never done in Black Ops multiplayer before. You'll fight in squads of 4 called FIRETEAMs. You'll deploy into larger maps, play fast, pushing through multiplayer objectives and modes that demand quick thinking. The action won't just affect you, but the environment you battle in. Enter FIRETEAM Dirty Bomb, one of the most unique game loops we've ever imagined. You and your team must search for uranium. Then, deliver that uranium to Dirty Bombs positioned around the map. Deposit uranium and detonate the bomb. Now, avoid radioactive fallout as you navigate a toxic battlefield. Every decision you make impacts your survival rate and your success rate. We can't wait to tell you even more about FIRETEAM Dirty Bomb and the other FIRETEAM modes and maps in the weeks ahead as we get closer to our public beta. I guess there's only one thing left to do. Let's play Black Ops Cold War.
Let's do it. Give me some league play. Come on. Come on. Come on, David. Is that it? Is that it, boys? I think we've hit the end of the road. Okay. It's a gameplay trailer again. Alright, so big things.
Threat neutralized.
Call of Duty season competitive is pretty much sorted. We don't know what the competitive league play is. At least they mentioned that there's COD League, if you want to classify that as a mention, but unfortunately we're not going to get what we wanted there in terms of knowing if there's going to be ranked play or not. I think that's something everybody wants, but I'm pretty sure that, hey, within the next week they'll allude to that. Usually they do, if there's enough outpour.
Let them come.
But let's see what happens. Everybody's going to be dropping this map now in terms of gameplay. So, who were some of the individuals in that? I think even Scumpy also has some gameplay coming out, by the way.
Go, go!
Just waiting to see if we missed anything.
Secure the sub.
They have chosen good songs though to go with this, as they did in their initial trailer. Where's the zombies? Good question. Statics, that is a phenomenal question. But I'm pretty sure they'll have zombies. That being said, I have not seen one single mention of zombies. Yet the whole reveal was done surrounding all the zombie streamers and content creators.
I'll drive.
So what's your guys' thoughts, eh? What did you want to see that you didn't see so far? Will we see anything else? Do you think it's going to pick up with the aeroplane again and it's going to drop the bomb on Verdansk like we all thought it was?
Over here!
It is very pretty, Mr. Soul, I'm not going to lie. I do like what they said said about the movement animation though. I think that's pretty cool. The one thing that I've also got a concern about is they mentioned in Miami map like, ooh, you hide amongst the shadows. As long as you can decently see,
Pre-order digital copy and get early access to the open beta.
as long as you can see like decently those people that are hiding in the shadows. Okay, hold on. Zombies, zombies! There it is. There it is. And league play. Alright boys, that's gonna be that for now it seems. Wait, we're not done. Are we going back on the plane? I guess we all better start practicing control again. Java, you picking up the sticks, my boy. Okay, nothing on league play. Wait.
Welcome to the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War worldwide multiplayer reveal.
What's that? What?
Just gave us our first
What's this bald-headed ninja doing here?
Next generation of global combat for Cold War multiplayer. So thank you, team.
Upside down face man.
Showcasing all the different deniable operations and signature combat experiences they've been talking about. This right here is where we step into the awesome chaos of multiplayer, and wow, does what they've got on tap this year look good.
We're going live with Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, bringing you action from dozens of top creators and CDL pros from across the planet, from their homes to our studio to you in a way and scale we've never done before. Each one of them is about to deep dive into the game, and we'll be jumping on board with them to get you all the action from their point of view.
Oh, hot shit, nice.
Right here is the place where we're giving you the goods. Core 6v6 style Black Ops modes like TDM, Kill Confirmed, and Domination.
And we're about to wreak some havoc in brand new modes like Combined Arms, which just happens to include the vehicle-fueled warfare we gave you a little taste test of earlier. This unprecedented worldwide reveal also means that you're about to get your first good look at the highly competitive VIP Escort mode.
And as a bonus for everyone watching this stream, we'll also talk about how Treyarch is approaching free post-launch content for Black Ops Cold War, as well as how they've optimized multiplayer for PlayStation 5.
This sounds awesome! Are you okay? Are you ready?
Holy shit, yes, I am ready!
Let's do this!
What's up, guys? I'm Nameless, and I'm here to make sure that you guys don't miss any of the crazy moments that we have throughout the day. We have some of the top streamers from around the entire world itching to play Cold War, and we're going to be kicking it off here very shortly. These guys have been streaming. These are your favorite guys playing, different games that we've had over the years, and playing up some of them on the screen right now. We are going to have some of the guys that I've been loving to play with and watch over the years. Bobby Poff Gaming, Drifter,
my boy Drifter,
Cat Gun, Legion. You know these guys from YouTube, from Twitch, from all over the world. One of my favorites being Nick Merckx, Noah J, Sean J Gaming, and also Marksman. I can't wait to watch these guys drop in on Armada. Symphony, Teep, Tim the Tatman, hopefully he can stay on the map, and also Try Max. It's going to be an incredible day.
That Tim the Tatman photo looks like he's about to steal your donuts.
Some of our CDL pros, they're going to be all participating today. And now let's take a look at what these guys are going to be starting off with.
12v12
Combined Arms Domination on Armada. This is the first map ever to be fully on water. But let's kick things off, and I'm going to throw it to Maven and Merc.
Thank you so much, Nameless. Yes, for the commentary, myself and Big Merc. How you doing, buddy?
I'm just so excited to be here. Obviously, we love revealing these things, and I cannot wait to jump into the gameplay. The trailers, they just look so darn good.
Yeah, it's like death taxes, and we know we've got a new Call of Duty every year, and I'm excited to get into this and look at all, the new modes, the new vehicles, all the stuff we're going to touch on, whether it's for casual player, competitive player. We're going to go through all the cool features this game has. We've obviously had some eyes on with it, seen some of the players playing it, looked at some of the internal stuff, and it's just really cool, like the passion and excitement. Well, you saw from all the devs, everybody's ready to get this game out there for people to play.
Yeah, just so many new things that we're going to be taking a look at, just so many new features. As Nameless was saying, this map entirely on water.
Noah J playing on PC.
On the map.
Noah
you can
T
play on the boats. There's going to be 5 different zones. It's first to 400. And, well, there's just so many different ways to play the map.
All right, so what, kicking it off with Noah J, the Easter egg man himself. He has been popping off lately.
I rate
It's
they're
awesome
all
to see
actually
his
playing on
success,
BC at the
and
moment,
obviously
to be honest.
A very talented Call of Duty player in his own right. We'll see if he can hit with a sniper. Just taking a look at our good buddy Mud Dog's in there, Jericho, Teep. You've got a full laundry list of just popular streamers going off as Noah J hitting shots.
And just right away, you look at this.
This
map,
isn't me lagging out, by the way,
gameplay,
boys.
and
This is the
doesn't it just
gameplay.
look like Treyarch? The color palette pops out. You have so many different attachments that we're going to be going with. You see the kill feed. You have the traditional Black Ops mini map. Man, I just love Treyarch.
No, yeah, I love
KB, I'm happy to see you here in chat, my boy. You've been hiding, eh? You have been hiding.
Noah, as you'll see in pubs more often than not, he's set up in a power position.
Kill feed looks
Snipe in
much-
hand, just looking to drop numbers.
Much something
Yeah,
faster.
he's been around for so long, comfortable with
I don't know,
every
Java.
every
I'm still
title.
trying to
He's
figure it out.
experienced everything Call of Duty.
I don't want to see Dom ever again.
Yeah, it's what Amos was saying. Just this is like what the first map. that
Yeah, I think people are cut full of
You already see
domination.
Score streaks coming in. I believe that was a attack chopper in, as he is just dominating the other team, but still a tight race in the score department.
Yeah, I mean, his first
faster
clip
than
when he
Modern
first tweeted
Warfare?
out, I was watching as you guys were introing it. You know, we're going through the devs, and he goes, sniping is back. Noah's so excited. You see the zip line
I don't
coming
know.
through from ship to ship. It just looks so smooth. Chaos in the air. The attack choppers going down, and his team with a slight little lead.
Well, let's see if he can keep it rolling. It's been one heck of a life for him. You know how much he loves to operate with that sniper in hand. He's got the shotgun for close range. A reminder, this is
It's a bit weird in terms of the way that they've got this commentary
and we're
set
gonna
up.
be showing a wide range of stuff today, right? We're going to have some 6v6, 12v12, showing different maps, from your 3-lane maps to your more open kind of sandbox maps as well. There's something for every player in this title, and you know we'll progress through that over the course of the next 2 hours or so. But just exciting to see the new twists on gameplay that Treyarch have to provide. Obviously, we love working with them. And
I wonder if they're going to give us a cross to like game
throughout their
sound,
cycles,
because obviously that's something that we
Yeah,
definitely want to
something
listen to
notice
from
today
our
when
side
we're
of
going
things.
through domination, something that's a little bit new compared to past Call of Duty titles. It's not just one flag. It's more of an area that you're really going to be capturing. It's going to create.
I mean,
more
this
of a,
gameplay is
I think,
fine. It's just
combat
the lag of their
dynamic
stream is a
around
bit
those
dodgy.
zones, right?
Maybe it's
So,
going to be a bit
you know,
better
you
with
can play in
Priester.
different areas. You can capture it from different spots.
Oh, there we go. We got some
like
gameplay
here as
audio.
well. Sounds like we're hopping on board with swag. We're gonna be jumping from lobby to lobby. We got a lot of different creators as they get started.
Yeah, let's say Priest
Definitely does look. I mean, look.
This is swag.
The one thing I find interesting is I don't know if it's their FOV here at the moment, but when they're ADA scene, you can see the gun looks very, very
He
thin.
gets in some of these big tournaments he'll play in on Warzone in various modes, and Jericho maybe not the most talented player in the entire world. But you know what? He's handsome. He's one of the most entertaining streamers in the world, and I love him. I love Jericho to death. Guy's a beast.
He loves to have fun, and that's what's important.
I don't know.
You try to
Streaks
show
carry
off
over death. Is that correct? I don't think they do. I think only if you're rocking out with that perk, they might.
Well, this is Skies, one of the CDL pros. He was an MVP candidate for us, but here you go. You see him taking a boat, trying to capture this A zone, and yeah, swimming. Well, when was the last time you saw someone like Black Ops 3, right? So you know, you have these different features from past titles in this game.
105 FOV, yeah, they do.
Underwater positions, but yeah, just
Are you
working the
saying,
objective for now.
dude, announce it? What? That's.
His team, I think, doesn't have a
Is it a
single
perk,
map
or are
as
you
of
saying
now,
that
however.
kill streaks, no matter what, are carrying over
Through
from
a
death?
variety of matchups.
Because if
There's
that's
a
the
lot of
case,
players
that
playing
needs
this, a lot of
to
different streamers.
get
If
out.
you're wondering why the score looks a little bit different, we're just hopping to a ton of different POVs and showing you guys.
Yeah,
how
I also
stuff
think
is
it could be a
breaking down
support
throughout
kind
the
of
course
streak.
of the day. As we go right over to Marksman, and he's in a boat looking to get busy.
Yeah, you can see he's got a turret on him as well.
Yeah,
Just
right,
you can hear that minigun go off later. Priesta, that's a nice headshot. Marksman, known for his search and destroy gameplay. He has been playing Call of Duty for so long since we've been involved. So great to see him involved today. But yeah, just patrolling the area right now with this boat. And well, Swag, he's getting aggressive. He's got the MP5, the classic MP5, and you can just hear Tim yelling.
Yes, Tim, I get it. I'm not a father, but I am also bald, and I know it makes life a little bit more difficult. But Tim, there is love out there for bald men like us, and you're an absolute beast. But yeah,
The return of the MP5, baby.
MP5 in hand
Now get
looks
aggressive.
to be very natural.
Yeah, getting aggressive, right? You watch him play Warzone, he gets busy. Tim, on the other hand, you see
Also
the movement
using
coming
PC.
in. Yeah, a lot of these guys, they're used to Modern Warfare. It's going to take them some time to get used to the movement. throughout the maps, and nice shots on it by Tim. He's rocking that assault rifle.
Clip it and ship it. Well, it's going to be interesting too. You've seen like.
So are these guys actually live streaming at the moment?
Right? That's going to carry on through death, and
let's have a look.
If you're getting a lot of kills within that one death, there's a multiplayer to work with. But also, one thing I kind of like is, you know, we've talked about sort of score streak spam in the past when somebody's going off. I think there's going to be kind of a cooldown on it, so there won't be that same spam. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I'm excited to see how it works in the various pub modes, but we'll take a look at kind of the loadout screen as he's changing, get into a different one. I think that's courage we're hearing as well.
Okay.
Coaching for the squad.
At least I do, so that's what I'm going to go looking for.
All right, so Drifter, you're hearing his strategy around this zone. He likes to get in the water, likes to get busy.
Shit, really?
It just looks so darn good in this area.
I mean, to be honest, that's something that they can get rid of in terms of comp, right?
It's actually crazy.
Yeah, I'm not
it's actually crazy, like how
so I'm actually gonna
wild, like just water graphics have gone. Now that's like a silly thing to talk about when you think about years and years and years ago, like various games. Like it's just nutty how far it's come.
They're all above me. If I try to go out any other way, oh god.
Trying to figure out what he wants, but
Drifter is such a good oak.
For you, it's always been one of my favorite guns. Back from
it really is.
Back from Black Ops 1. I am so excited that he's back here in Cold War. Nice shots by Drifter with that headshot, taking down Hutch. Hutch. As he just continues to go around this
That's
zone.
not Hutch.
It is that's not Hutch.
That's Karma.
That's
Karma. That is one of the greatest Call of Duty players of all time. Absolute monster.
And he's actually one of my favorites to watch at the beginning of the games because
come on, Seth.
He is always switching.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be in comp. Same for you. Yes, big love for the AK-7 for you.
No, he just loves the game.
But KB, did you see that you can have up to 8 attachments on a weapon, on an individual weapon?
Seth Abner, absolute monster. Yeah, I'm not sure who Seth Abner is, but yeah, Seth Abner, absolute beast. Well, maybe to a different POV.
Wait. Oh, he was watching Scump. He wasn't even playing. We were watching Scump. Wow. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay. I was wondering
what a production fail. Oh, that's beautiful. But that's like classic. So he was just watching Oaks' gameplay, and they crossed to him because he also plays Call of Duty quite a bit.
As a boat just flew off. I don't know what was going on. Nice shots, takes down Courage. I don't know. You know, he didn't have the best year for the Seattle Surge, and listen, he's trying to earn some subs.
He goes by Deputy Hadbad now.
I don't know what
in case you weren't aware.
Really means, but I love it.
Yeah, and this is a guy whose company we've enjoyed a lot this year playing Call of Duty with, Symphony. Absolute monster, one of the most talented.
It actually does look like you'll see him go for a slide a couple of times.
You can see how accurate he can be. There's Hutchy Poo. How you doing, sir?
Hutch back in a boat. Back in a boat. Is he just gonna get it? Get on the turret as well. Tries to take down the player ziplining across. And I don't know, man. Watching the players zipline, it just looks so smooth. The pace they go at. Looks incredible.
Yeah, I was saying the slide does look like it's a little bit shorter than the Modern Warfare slide.
As much as we can talk about different maps and competitive and 3 lanes or sandbox, wherever it is, like at its core, Call of Duty is just fun. And this just looks like it's going to be a blast. Because I'm at the most comfortable in the water, Joe. I'm a modern day Aquaman.
Controller player on screen, L1, R1.
I'm absolutely terrified of open water.
Tim, have a nice day.
Yeah, you don't seem like a big swimmer to me.
Nope. Terrified of sharks.
Yeah, what's up, man?
That's what they need to add. Just sharks, dude. You're in there.
Like a score streak? You call it Jaws? Call it Jaws? I like that.
I'm with that. I don't think Nick is very pleased with how that gunfight just went for him.
No, he got smoked. He got headshotted. Well, yeah. I mean, sometimes you get headshot in Call of Duty, that messes with you. But Nick, we know how into the game Nick is based on where his cam is. Nice shots right there on the Symphony. And if you can see his forehead.
Yes, boys, I just want to play now.
Yeah, like he's not sweating enough yet.
That's all I want to do.
Like once it's only forehead.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
I guess it would only be hacked.
Yeah, right. Well, over to Legion. God, if you haven't checked out his stream, one of the more entertaining people in the world.
Everyone's rocking out with that shotgun secondary now.
Well.
It's a default secondary.
I don't know what he's doing.
But alright, gents, from my side of things, I think that's how I'm going to call it for this evening. Thank you so much for tuning in, those of you that did. We've got some competitive action, so we know exactly at least what the game modes are going to be. We've got zombies confirmed. Right now, from my side of things, I'm going to be cutting it off, and I shall be catching you hopefully a bit later. I don't know, I might stream this evening a little bit of Warzone, might not. But either way, thank you for tuning in, and I shall catch you all on the next one. Peace, love, and yeah, I mean, overall, I think we've got an interesting season ahead. I personally want to see a little bit more from League play, but hopefully that'll come in the weeks to come. All right, love your faces. Mwah. Cheers, gents. Bye.